Hello dear friends, in this moving meditation we invite the mind to quieten, the breath to deepen, and energy within the body to settle and flow. This is a space to return to presence, to reconnect with our own inner stillness. So let go of trying to achieve anything. What's most important is showing up, relaxing, and allowing the body to move and learn at its own pace. So this Restorative Qigong is uniquely beautiful because it offers gentle movements, breath, intention, and nervous system regulation without strain. So throughout this practice, allow comforts to be your guide. If a movement feels too much, perhaps make it smaller. If standing becomes tiring, then pause. Every movement is simply an invitation. We move around with 70% of our capacity, enough to waken the body. So in this session we're practicing relaxation and ease. So chi ball breathing. Imagine you're holding a soft ball of warm light and expanding the hands as you inhale, and then gently bring the hands closer together with the exhale. As though the hand movements are mimicking the movements of breathing, embodying the breathing with the movements. As the hands are open, allow the breath to arrive. As the hands return, feel yourself relaxing, releasing, letting go. Returning to the present moment, to your body, to your breath. So this time, having the hands facing each other diagonally, and then shifting the hands over, so the bottom hand scoops around and then presses down to the other side. It's like seaweed moving beneath calm water. No beginning, no end, just moving in this figure of eight, simply flowing. And if you like to introduce breath, you can also inhale as the bottom hand circles around to the top, and exhale as the hands shift to the other side. So nice and soft, nice and relaxed. This time, adding the weight transfers if you like. So shifting the weights in whichever direction the top hand is traveling towards. So inhaling as the bottom hand circles around to the top. Exhale as you shift the weights. and the weight settles, and then you shift it back to the other side. So gentle rocking and weight shifting here. Palms facing towards each other, all the way through the movements. And a gentle smile helps the energy to flow more freely. So settling back down into the center, palms over the abdomen. Coming back to stillness. Feel the supports beneath your feet. Letting the floor hold you. So that you don't need to strain to hold yourself up. Is there anywhere you don't need to work quite so hard? So simply stand here. Can you soften the jaw? Can the eyes rest? Can the breath simply be itself? This is standing in Wuji. Need to improve anything, simply notice. Now that we've arrived, we can begin to gently awaken the body. Not by forcing it to become energized, but just inviting awareness. So we begin by greeting the body, stroking down the outside of the arm, and then returning up the inside. Just brushing down gently. Yang on the way down and yin on the way up in terms of yin and yang. Gentle self-massage. So now wake the body gently, not with force but with kindness. Like knocking softly on old friend's door, just tapping gently on the top of the head, activating the acupoint by Hui. Just feeling the soft, comforting and self-caring vibrations of the tapping spreading. So here, tapping around the eyes. This is the so-called panda eyes. So certainly keeping away from the eyes, but just around from above the eyebrow to the side and down below the eyes. Just a gentle tap. Just like a drop of water falling into a pool and ripples spread out. And here we're going to locate Lao Gong, which is a point on the hand, and then take the thumb and then just massage through that point. It's just below the index finger and the middle finger that's pointing below them, and just noticing the warmth spreads without efforts. And this is known to release anxiety by drawing down excessive heart fire through the arm and releasing it from the palm. So we don't want excessive force here, just enough to start the circulation coming down through the arms, improving the circulation. So just returning with the palms facing each other here, taking a nice deep breath as we expand and bring the hands together. Feeling the sensations in the hands and the palms, and then closing hands over the lower abdomen. Centering and relaxing here. Notice, has anything changed? How is the breathing? Has the weight settled? Is there perhaps a little more space somewhere? So releasing tension, restoring flow, using gentle rhythmic movements to soften physical tension, unwind emotional holding, and encourage the natural circulation of breath and chi. So started here in a seated position this time. Just settling into the posture. And we have to do these seated waist turns here, so the idea is not to turn as far as you can, but just moving within a comfortable range of movement and just turning the waist whilst keeping the hips fixed in place. So this just allows us to get a gentle stretching and opening through the sides of the body. So just turning from one side to the other. As the body lets go of unnecessary efforts, movement becomes freer, the mind becomes quieter, and a greater sense of ease begins to emerge. So moving into the arm swings, now backwards. This time, try to get the upper body moving, looking from corner to corner. And then backwards. And hands coming up level with the shoulders and dropping one arm in front, one arm behind. Let the arms become loose enough to swing themselves. Relaxing the knees. This time turning the waist one side and the other side. The waist quietly steers the movements. And each swing is an opportunity to let go of something you've been carrying. So approaching these exercises with a childlike curiosity and playfulness. And turning the waist to one side, the hands come up overhead, turn to the other side, and the hands come down. And then the other way. Now just moving into the forward fold. Easing our way in, turning the hands behind and then around, and then leaning forwards from the hips, releasing and relaxing here. Allow the body to pull forwards only as far as it wishes. The head become heavy, let the neck soften. Feel the breath widening across the back. And before you get up, put the hands on the knees, bend the knees slightly, and hands come up. Breathing in and breathing naturally, palms facing in towards you. Sink the arms, sink the weights. Then palms face up and then turning down again. So you may notice that with the inhale, the torso rises slightly, and with the exhale, it sinks towards the earth, just allowing this to happen naturally. Just breathing here. So allow the hands to guide the awareness out of the head and down into the body, sensing the energetic connection between the hands and the body, sinking and releasing any stuck energy deep into the earth. So once again, bending the knees, hands on the knees, and coming up. Palms facing the body to generate an energetic connection between the hands and that body part of the body that the hands pass over. At this time, the hands come to the sides, palms facing backwards. Now moving into the next movement then, so starting by turning the waist again. Let the arms be loose and soften. Gently increasing the waist turn here so that the arms come around, maybe perhaps slightly higher and higher as you turn. So gently patting the body in different areas as the hands come higher and higher. Taking your time with this. Just gentle patting, releasing any tension, any stuck energy. And just go as high as you feel comfortable with. Here I'm going all the way up to shoulder height with the top arm. The other one coming around, gentle patting on the kidney. And kind of winding down in your own time. And finally finishing with the hands over the lower abdomen, taking a few grounding breaths here, settling back into stillness. Centering ourselves, bringing the mind into balance. Welcome to these heaven and earth exercises. So start with the feet together here. Weight gently sinking down through the legs. Hands coming up either side of the heads. Turning the palms forwards, extending the hands upwards, and then returning. So this first one is called holding up heaven. So in Tai Chi and Qigong, we often speak about moving with about 70% of our capacity, enough to awaken the body, never enough to create strain. Gentle opening, expanding, stretching, and then releasing, relaxing, letting go with the out breath. So ease allows awareness, awareness allows relaxation, and relaxation allows the energy to move. This time, one hand coming down to the side while the other goes up on the inhale, exhale to return. The bottom hand coming level with the navel, and then opening again. So one hand rises, one hand settles. Imagine creating space between heaven and earth. This movement is called parting heaven and earth. And rather than stretching, just simply growing. Feel the length through the whole side of the body. And then just changing the hands over, breathing in and breathing out. The bottom hands just scooping around and coming inwards. And rather than stretching, simply growing. Feel the length through the whole side of the body. And as the hands return, let that length remain. So nothing collapses, nothing forced. Just a quiet expansion. This time both hands come down, breathing in, pressing the hands down, breathing out. The hands come up. So elbows and hands around the same level, then pressing down. So straightening the legs as you press down, sinking the weight as the hands come up. keeping the movements nice and relaxed, just like a jellyfish swimming through sea. And then returning to Wuji. So this part of the session is about the Zhuang, or standing in stillness, standing like a tree. So we're starting here with our feet shoulder width apart, and hands just come up level with the chin, palms facing inwards, elbows lower than the hands. Gently sinking the weight downwards through the legs, and just holding the posture, settling into the space, breathing in and out nice and slowly. And see how much relaxation and ease and softness you can bring to this structure while still maintaining the shape and the solidity as well. So softening around the structure, just like an old coat thrown over a chair. And then just lowering the hands to that level with the lower abdomen. Instead of endurance, standing quietly asks very little of us. Offers us the chance to notice everything. Feel your feet. Feel your breathing. Feel the tiny movements that keep you balanced. So it's not about being in a fixed posture, but more making micro adjustments as you need to. If you notice any tension, feel free to move your way out of it. So the upper body and the spine is floating upwards while the feet sink into the warm earth, both rooted and light. Just giving yourself a gentle embrace. And then moving the hands out to the sides, palms facing down. Just keeping the shoulders relaxed. If arms feel tired, then soften, perhaps lower them, and return when you're ready. And we'll shortly be entering into the progressive tense and released reset. So we're going to tense in a moment through the body from the hands down to the feet. And if you're new to this practice, perhaps just starting with using about 25 to 50% of what you could do. So just taking it nice and easy. There's no pressure to be the top of the class or to perform in a particular way or at a particular level here. So here we're bringing the hands up and just lightly tensing through the fingers, the arms, the shoulders, and then down through the legs, and then releasing that on the out breath. So breathing in, we're doing this progressive tense down through the body, and then releasing that on the out breath. So as we release, it's in the reverse direction. So from the feet, releasing the toes and moving up through the body until you've released the hands. So now bringing the hands together, the palms together here, and on the inhale, pressing the palms together, feeling the engagement through the back, and then progressively tensing down the body, and then on the out breath, starting with releasing the feet and coming back upwards. So just going at your own pace with this. This time the hands come forwards and down, and just keeping a micro bend in elbows to protect the elbow joints. So starting with the hands and the wrists, the shoulders, pressing downwards, and then so on down through the body and releasing on the exhale. And then the hands come behind, and you press the heel of the palms backwards. And this is a great chest opener, particularly good if you've been perhaps sitting, working at a computer for some time, and then just opening the chest can feel really nice. So here out to the sides again, just keeping that micro bend in the elbows as you push out to the sides. So as you gently tense, become aware of the difference, and as you release, notice what lets go all by itself. And this time coming forwards again, keeping the micro bend in the elbows, breathing in, pressing forwards. And this time we are opening the back whilst closing the chest. And then releasing that. Then with the next in-breath, the hands come up level with the shoulders, and breathing out, pushing the palms forwards, then making loose fists, drawn back with the inhale, and then drop the elbows with the exhale. Breathing in, turning to the side, and breathing out, returning to center. Breathing in to the other side, and out to center. Breathing in, raising the hands up overhead, And turning the palms out to the sides. So again, breathing in and lifting, opening the chest, breathing out, pushing, closing the chest, breathing in, opening the chest, breathing out, closing. Breathing in as you turn, twist back, and breathing out to center. Breathing in, another waist turn, and then center. Breathing in and out. Again, breathing in, lifting, breathing out, pushing. Just going at your own pace. Going through again. So this time the hands come to rest on the lower abdomen. Settling into the stillness once again. Breathing in as the hands come out to the sides and breathing out, coming to the center. Creating space across the chest, space for the breath, then returning to center. And closing this time. Centering ourselves, restoring ease, balance, and rest. Standing comfortably, feet about shoulder width apart, knees soft, shoulders easy, hands resting quietly in front of the body. Before we begin to move, simply notice, feel the weight of the feet meeting the earth. Feel the gentle length through the spine, and allow the crown of the head to float upwards. And gently lifting the arms, palms face forwards, breathing out, hands drift down. So breathing in, floating upwards, And releasing with the exhale. So the visualization for this is standing beside a quiet spring in the mountains, and crystal clear water rises effortlessly from the earth and gently falls back again, or like a fountain with water gushing up. So in this way, the clear spring water gently bubbling upwards through the center of the body with the inhale. There's no lifting with force, simply allowing the hands to be carried by the rising water as they reach the highest points. The fountain quietly changes direction. The water begins to fall, softly returning to the earth. Gently imagine that calmness is washing through every part of you. So rising without effort, settling without resistance, like the breath, like the tide, like nature. So this time, palms facing each other and breathing in, turning to the side, hands coming up level with the shoulders, breathing out, returning to center, and breathing in, going to the other side. So here we've got a gentle spinal twist, but that's led by the back hand as it moves and opens through the shoulders, and at least opening through the hips. So this one is just like standing beneath a clear night sky, holding the reflection of a moon resting upon a still lake. The moon is perfectly calm, the lake undisturbed. Simply being present is enough. So allow the hands to just float into position as though you are holding something very precious. Imagining the soft light of the full moon resting between your hands. And this time breathing in as the hands come up, and breathing out, sinking, releasing, relaxing. Fingers point towards each other on the way up, and also on the way out. So slightly straightening the legs on the inhale, softening the knees on the exhale. On the exhale, washing away anything no longer needed, anything that no longer serves you, and releasing it down through the legs, down into the earth. So on the exhale, clearing, letting go, releasing, relaxing, sinking. Elbows coming out to the sides, allowing the chest to fully expand with the height of the inhale. And it's time to close hands over the lower abdomen, standing in Ruchi. Notice the breathing. Coming home to yourself. Notice the feet. Making contact with the earth. So you can find yourself seated on a chair, on a sofa, or the floor, or any way that speaks to you for the final parts of this practice. And bringing the hands up, level with the center of the chest. Palms facing inwards, elbows lower than the hands. So in Qigong here, this area in the center of the chest is known as the middle dantian. Or energy center. So resting your awareness in the circle created by your arms and your body. In Qigong, we often use this shape to gather our attention towards the middle dantian. You may notice a feeling of warmth, spaciousness, or gentle connection within the circle. Or perhaps a quiet contrast between the space inside and the space beyond it. Or even perhaps the energetic connection between the palms and the heart center. Or perhaps not. Whatever you experience, receive it with curiosity. Then just bringing the palms over the heart center. Inviting a sense of kindness and self-care and compassion. You may notice the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat, or simply the warmth of your hands resting there. So holding the space with kindness, holding yourself with kindness. Now allow the hands to lower to the lower dantian, lower energy center. Your center of grounding and restoration. Rest your awareness here. Feel yourself settling, rooting, supported by the earth beneath you. The earth receives everything without resistance, and now the earth to receive anything you no longer need to carry. Cultivating the steadiness and equanimity of the earth. Turning the palms to face upwards, resting them in your lap in a gesture of openness and receptivity. There is nothing to seek and nothing to resist. Whatever is present for you, allow it to be held with openness, grace, and compassion, as well as the wisdom to respond skillfully. So taking a quiet moment now to notice how you feel, simply as you are in this moment. May any sense of peace, ease, or kindness that has arisen through this practice gently ripple outwards, bringing benefits to those you meet and to the wider world. I hope you have found this practice as beneficial as I have for restoring peace, rest, and contentment.